So this right here is from the song Century off the album Voir dire. Voir dire means speak the truth in French. And Earl Sweatshirt on this particular song, which is pretty much a microcosm of the album, he speaks about being an influencer for the masses and that his job is to lead them astray. This is pretty much what it is, and just giving it to you in simple terms. This is what he's going into on the lyrics of this song. You know, he says stuff like, notice that you easily led. I took a seat at the head. It's time to eat. It's time to eat. What does that mean? It's time to eat. It's time to devour you. It's time to take your soul. That's what that represents, because he plays the role of the influencer. He's just no different from a Drake or Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole or any other rapper, any other entertainer. They're set up as influencers. And voir dire speaks to that just when it comes to the truthful element. Voir dire, speak the truth. So on this song Century, he goes into it. So let's check a little bit of it out.
Peace when I'm rolling around. Try to keep me close, but look how when I needed you the most, you was out.
When I needed you the most, you was out. He's talking about the Most High. He's talking about God. Because it's all about the understanding of the decisions that you make and how they play out in terms of your infractions on the Heavenly Father. The Most High could just forsake you just like that. The least I can do is account. See, I'm holding myself accountable for my infractions upon the Heavenly Father. And at the same time, it's a double entendre on, the money aspect. At least I can do is account. I'm just going to make my bread. I'm going to, earn my daily bread or make my daily bread. But at the same time, I'm cut off from the Heavenly Father. Just in terms of how Earl Sweatshirt is painting this picture. And he does this on other albums as well. Just when it comes to the aspect of what he knows in terms of the scriptures and, the revelatory aspect. Because he goes into the destruction as well as, him being Israel, so on and so forth.
The least I could do is account. Peace to read though big amount. Fire in the hole, burning out his soul like it.
Fire in the hole, burning out his soul. Fire in the hole. I'm in hell. I'm at the bottom. The bottomless pit. Fire in the hole. Also a play on enlightenment. Enlightenment in this world is contrary to the Heavenly Father, because enlightenment is based in Luciferianism on the left-hand side. Not the enlightenment that's based in righteousness when it comes to, what you know about Christ and the Most High and His orders, so on and so forth. Fire in the hole, burning out his soul like they seen a ghost in a shell.
Seen a ghost in the shell, froze up just colder than hell. I cleaned up most of myself. I peeled off more dollar bills for them when they peeled off on the bill. Started at the bottom of the hill. Actually, I started in the mid. Actually, I started in Illinois, coin, so I ain't a kid. Blood stains on my fatherland. Blood stains on my motherland.
So just when it comes to his heritage and the aspect of the sacrificial element, the blood aspect, his father was sacrificed. His father was sacrificed, and his mother is someone who transitioned or crossed over from a lifestyle that was based in substance to a lifestyle that's based in chaos, just when it comes to her life choice, being a lesbian. Took Clay all of his red. Clay, going back to the reference to his album Feet of Clay, and also in the scriptures.
Tuck Clay, all of his red, stuck in the jeans and the fabric, in the 23 little strands.
Right, going into the aspect of the heritage, the 23 chromosomes, the DNA aspect. So pretty much painting that picture with that.
Freddie Hubbard sing through the axe, chop another piece off the branch. Memories careen off the past, hum to a screech in they tracks. Had a couple things on my chest, that's where the demons were set. I took a seat at the head, it's time to eat.
Had a couple things on my chest, that's where the demons would sit. I took the seat at the head, it's time to eat. It's time to lead these people astray. It's Masonic references, Luciferian references. That's what it is.
I need to breach heavy set. Can you dig what I'm saying? Notice that you easily led, so I took a seat at the head. It's time to eat.
It's time to eat. It's time to take your soul. This is what he's telling you. In these last days, the revelatory aspect is going to be something that's going to connect with and resonate with pretty much the people that's of the hopeful elect, you know? The people that's in the knowledge, the people that really have a leg up on what this society is really about. And further on in the album, you have songs like All the Small Things, as well as My Brother, The Wind, as well as Sirius Black, so on and so forth, where he touches on many different esoteric understandings, as well as the Luciferian aspect, the leading astray aspect, and just certain references to esotericism. When it comes to the Eye of Horus, he mentions that on the song All the Small Things, where he says, I keep an eye of Horus when I rest open. Just, painting that picture when it comes to the metaphorical aspect of the knowledge that's on the left-hand side, and making sure that, he stays woke in that same vein. And then you have the song My Brother, The Wind, where it takes on that aspect in context, just when it comes to the aspect of esotericism, going back to ancient Kemet, where he talks about Sun Ra, the sun god. So Horus is the sun god, and also the sun god is Ra, or Amun. And it's pretty much the same thing when it comes to the composition. And then you have more aspects of Luciferianism, like on the song Dead Zone, where he pretty much talks about, the eating. The eating represents devouring the souls based off of, what he's dishing out, what he's conveying in terms of the esotericism, the Luciferianism. I'm taking the souls of the people who are on board with what I'm saying. Because you have a lot of people who listen to music and they take it to heart to the point where they adhere to the same thing that they're hearing when it comes to the rapper. You know what I mean? So it's important for us to separate these things and just take it as entertainment. Don't personalize or internalize it. But as you can see here, this is just a prime example of him being under that umbrella of Luciferianism. You see the goat right here in this imagery for the album cover for the EP that he released in 2019. I believe it was 2019. It was called Feet of Clay. Feet of Clay, which is in reference to the scriptures. So let's get it. But before we get it, obviously you can see the esoteric significance with the goat there, the Luciferian significance, the goat, which is in reference to Pan and the woods. So, the goat motif is always going to be prominent in the entertainment industry. So we in Daniel, the 2nd chapter. This is the reference that Earl Sweatshirt is pointing to, or this is where he got it from in terms of the album Feet of Clay. Daniel, the 2nd chapter, in the 41st verse, where it says, And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of the potter's clay, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with merry clay. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Just when it comes to the understanding of this society, as well as, back then, where you had the two kingdoms, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. One was partly strong, one was partly broken. Right? And then you also go into the understanding of, like I said, this society where this kingdom is broken. You have a strong element of it, and then you have a broken element of it. So pretty much Earl Sweatshirt is conveying that he's broken. He's soulless, he's broken. That's what he's conveying when it comes to just the subject matter, as well as the aesthetic of the album. It represents someone who's broken, who's dead, who's trying to find some life. Just in terms of what he expresses on the album, it's really a mournful album, especially when it pertains to his father and whatnot. Always referencing his father and the death of his father and stuff.